Welcome friends, welcome to Hasib Gan. Today I am going to discuss a very interesting question. Hope you find interesting it. Okay, the question is, can a magnet bend light, bend or deflect light? This is the question. So, what I mean to say, suppose light rays coming, and in front of that if you place a magnet, this is the magnet. Okay, this is the magnet. So my question is whether this magnet can bend this light ray. Okay, so if this is a metal, okay, then it's obvious that metal can reflect and ray. Okay, so let's take it iron. Uh, Iron is a metal, and now if the surface is enough smooth that it can reflect a ray, that's a different thing. Okay, my question is something different. I want to say whether there is any effect of magnetic field that basically bends this light. So whether any interaction of magnetic field with the light is present or not. So this is the final question, and I want to investigate this. Okay, now first we need to understand what is light. Light Light is an electromagnetic wave consisting of electric field and magnetic field both. So let's draw a coordinate system. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, and this is the z-axis. Now the electric field component will be like this. It will oscillate. So the wave is propagating along x direction. So if it is electric field component, electric field E, its variation will be electric field equal to E naught e to the power I kx minus omega t. Kx means that the overall wave consisting of this electric field that moves towards x direction. Okay, this is the angular frequency omega. Omega equals to 2 pi f. This is the frequency of the wave, and the electric field is oscillating, and it is oscillating along the z direction. So it will be k cap. So this is basically I cap, j cap, and k cap, three unit vector along three axes. Now in electromagnetic wave, it is not only having the electric field, it is also have the magnetic field, and the magnetic field will also vary sinusoidally. It will be like this, that magnetic field. My drawing is not that much good, so you need to understand that it is oscillating in the xy plane. So this is the magnetic field component. Write down the magnetic field vector B. It is B naught. This is the amplitude B naught, and it will be e to the power I kx minus omega t. Kx, it is also moving along x direction, and the vector will be an y j cap. okay, as it is moving in the xy plane, and the direction of this magnetic field vector, this direction is along y direction. So that's why j cap. You can also write down the real component of this electric field vector. E equals to E naught cos kx minus omega t k cap. Now, if you follow the Maxwell's equations, you can observe that curl E equals to minus del B del T. So the time variation of magnetic field that generates the electric field, and this is called Faraday's law of electromagnetic interaction. Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. So it is basically a induction process that magnetic field B is oscillating and that generates electric field, induces electric field in the material. Now there is another equation of Maxwell, that is curl B equals to mu naught J plus mu naught epsilon naught del E del T, and it tells that time variation of electric field that generates this magnetic field. So electric field variation creates magnetic field, and magnetic field variation can create electric field. Using this way, electromagnetic wave can propagate through the vacuum even without using a medium. Now let's see what is the origin of electric field in general. In electrostatic, if you have any electrical object, let's take any charge q, then it will generate electric field. At a certain point, let's take at a p point, it will generate some electric field at p points. Now if you have a magnetic object, okay, magnetic object, and it has some magnetization, then it will create magnetic field at that point, p point. So this is we know from the basic of electrostatic and magnetostatic. Now if you put some charge q here, some test charge, if you put it here, now it will be experience some force, that is electric force, that is q into electric field. So this electric field is coming from a source charge capital Q, and it will affect it will impart a force on this small q test charge, and the force is called electric force. Now there is a magnetic force that is called F m, that is q v cross b. So this is the Lorentz force. So the criteria to experience Lorentz force, that particle should have some velocity v, and this component v cross b, that shouldn't be zero. Now you can consider electromagnetic wave as a stream of photons. So you can quantize electromagnetic wave in that manner, stream of photon. This is the particle nature of wave, particle behavior. And this particle has no charge. But we observe that to get a electric force or magnetic force, the particle should have some charge. Charge an important consideration. But photon has no charge. That means it will not be experience any sort of electric force or magnetic force. No electric force, no magnetic force. So whatever the source of electric field or magnetic field, the photon will not be experience any force. Okay, that's why a magnet, suppose take a bar magnet. So here it is north pole, here it is south pole, and it will generate that magnetic field lines. Now if light is there, it will not interact. Okay, because light doesn't have charge. Light doesn't have charge. This is on consideration. Now people can say that in black hole or in interstitial object that light bends. Suppose it's a black hole and light can bends through this. So that is basically, I think, not due to the magnetic effect of this black hole. Black hole. This is due to the gravity, that space-time gravity that basically renders this light to bend. Okay, that's a different issue, and I am not expert on that. And there is another issue. So suppose a magnetic object is there, magnetic material. So I just want to tell a few brief about this event. This is called Mach magneto-optical Kerr effect, or this is Faraday effect. There is another magneto-optical effect, Faraday effect. So it tells that, let's talk about Faraday effect. So light is coming. So some sort of polarization is there. So polarization means how the electric field is oscillating. So that direction is called the polarization. Now it is passing through a magnetic material. You can apply some magnetic field, external magnetic field, and you can see that the polarization direction changes. So initially, suppose it was the polarization direction, now the polarization direction becomes like this. So it's a different thing. Polarization changes that's come from the dielectric properties of this material, dielectric constant, and that off diagonal properties that makes this polarization direction changes. That's a different issue, but it basically not bend the light, that the light direction will be the same. It's just change the polarization state. So this is another issue. So basically the conclusion is that magnet can't bend light. So I hope you have enjoyed this overall video. You have understood some basic stuff. So if you find it out, please like this video, share this video, and if you haven't subscribed, then please subscribe the channel. Okay, thank you. Take care.